Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Normal Playing Guy, and yeah, so a new LR will come out. Obviously, part two, Yellow Coin LR, probably Yellow Coin LR. So the animations and the info has also been released on the social media pages, right? So you've got like Facebook and the Twitters and whatever handles you've got, right? So they're all on there. So it's understandable that there was going to be a new LR Margin Buu Saga themed. So it makes sense that it's Ultimate Gohan. It is a standalone Ultimate Gohan as well, irrespective that there is a Piccolo and Gotenks in there. But nonetheless, we'll see how it works. So it's a bit of a controversial unit. I mean, its place is going to be wonky. Close to Global's ninth anniversary, and considering as well that the easy A for Tech Gohan is rather outstanding. This guy would have to be truly something special. And honestly, these part two yellow coins are just never worth the time summoning. They're never really that great. So we'll have a look into what they do now. So Margin Buu Saga or Saviors is 4 key 150%. So that's fine. But these days, like if you were to rock this guy as a lead for say Saviors Extreme Super Battle Road, 150 will get you killed just outright. And even Margin Buu Saga, there's a lot of older units that flat out are just a 170 anyway. So that's it. So we're talking like physical Super Vegito is just a 170 period. So that's not too bad. And then there's a few others which are just like Margin Buu Saga 150, 170. So again, it's not really an issue. So activates the entrance animation. That's nice. That's pretty cool. Again, you can see it all on the channels. So we get 6 key for the rest of the battle. It's really nice. All allies get a 58% defense for 2 turns from characters' entry turns when there's 2 or more Margin Buu Saga allies on the team. On your so okay, so it's not even in the turn; it's on the team. Having 6 key forever and everyone, well, all allies, 58% defense is really good actually for giving basically 60%. Now, Margin Buu Saga 2 or more, it's probably okay. When you come to like hybrids, when it comes to uh, Power Beyond, oh, I don't think they're on Power Beyond. What teams is he on? So he's on Hype Kamehameha, possibly, yeah, of course. Saviors, yeah, okay. So Power of Wishes, I could probably see that. Earthbred, yeah, I could see that. Sibling Bonds, yeah, no problem. You might struggle with like Entrusted Will. You might struggle with like maybe Rapid Growth, Revenge, Bond of Parent, maybe. It's more sibling bonds, really. So there is possibility there. Anyway, so that's fine. It's a nice. I mean, the 6 key is probably going to be really good for him because it will probably allow him to get those 18 keys very often, or anything else that requires, say, like 24 key here. I read. So you get 3 key, 180%, and guards all attacks. Period. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Key 380 guards all attacks. Bear in mind, you're going to get 6 key here for the rest of the battle, plus this means you're on 9. Bear in mind that you're going to be getting at least 6 key from like a double something percent. So again, you're automatically going to be on something like 15 key. It's going to be ridiculous, right? Which means you're only a couple of key off getting you. Honestly, Supering's probably not going to be that much of an issue. Failing that, as I say, that's having 3 key there is still really nice. Randomly changes key spheres AGL no to AGL. Okay, so he's an AGL orb changer when all allies in the same turn on Margin Buu Saga. Okay. That it's not difficult to get, but it might mean that he is strictly for Margin Buu, but we'll see. Let's see. Additional 58% defense and attack when key is 12 or more. So that applies when you get it. So that can apply even in the likes of slot 1, for example. Another 58% attack and defense, and another normal 70% chance to super on your 18 key on your ultra super attack. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's basically LR physical cell, right? He gets 60% to stats and then another 60% for his 18 key. Only this guy has a 70% chance of doing an additional super attack. That's not bad. Your super attack, by the way, let's see. Stacks attack for 3 turns and 30% defense for 1 turn. He's 18 key, which is highly likely. Stacks attack, period, and still 30% for the turn. Okay. So you do stack attack. You're going to be hitting hard, right? Because that stacking attack with the raising attack for several turns with this. With this and this. Oh, actually, yeah, even at 55%, the dude's going to be hitting 10 plus million, which seems to be a trend. Let's have a look. 20% defense for Margin Brew allies, not yourself, so just allies, and an additional 58% attack when activating the active skill when key is 24. So So he gets an additional attack. That's great, but he gives allies defense. Why not everyone? Why? So you activate the active skill or when key is 24, which is highly likely to get key is 24 actually. Your active skill, facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or less when there is a Margin Brew ally in the same turn from the 6th turn. And you get 24 key, 58% stats or defense. Right, so you're getting that, and then you get the equivalent in defense when you pop the active skill of key is 24. So, okay, here's a question for you. So you get 24 key and you get 58% attack. And if you pop this, is it an... Oh, no, there's no attack. It's just defense, isn't it? Right, I get you. So they can't double stack that. Right. Okay, so defense is 20% for all allies. And then you get a wicked attack stat and defensive stat when key is 24 if you pop the active skill, which your active skill then gives you a chunk of defense. Shame that it's not like attack and defense. You get 2 additional normals, each of which has a 30% chance to become a super attack when facing an enemy. Just one who's under a HP threshold. I feel like half of this is utter bull. I feel like they tested him and he was offensively too powerful, and they dialed him down. Because I'm looking at this and I'm seeing 180% is not the greatest amount, so that seems like it's toned down. This I understand, because it's the 5 and 8 is the Goku day, right? I understand. Given this, and only giving him attack when key is 24 and the active skill is 5, and then this, I feel like you get, when you're on your 18 key, you have a 70% chance to do an additional super, which again raises your attack, for which you stack attack. And then this again, I feel like they put this in to nerf him a little bit. Stat-wise, anyway, so 55% coming in with a lot of health, 20,000 health, so really good. 17,000 attack and 11,500 defense. So start of turn, he's looking really nice. So that's great. He's not terribly far off Ultimate Gohan. If anything, Tech Gohan, if anything, honestly, I'd say Tech Gohan's better. While this is higher than Tech Gohan has higher start of turn stats to the tune of... Actually, no, he doesn't. Tell a lie, he doesn't. He has 158. Tell a lie, it goes to 258 when he transforms. So as it stands, yes, this guy at the start of the turn will be better than Tech Ultimate Gohan. They both guard. He doesn't have a damage reduction for the first turn, but they both basically do the same comparable stats. And then in which case, when Tech Ultimate Gohan gets a couple of super attacks because he has a tremendous amount of 70% normals kicking in, which can become super attacks as well, then he will outclass this guy, which becomes this guy's issue. He's a trophy unit. There are other older units with far more tact and value because they greatly stack, for example, than this guy. Yeah, you could probably pound for pound put out more damage for a few turns, but that'll be about it. There are a few other things going for this unit which we can touch on. It's a shame then that, key isn't really going to be an issue. And you're going to be launching super attacks a la Plenty. You ain't going to struggle to get 18 key period, which is, again, you'll get 58% on when your key is 18 or more, plus the fact that you're going to be getting 30% defense and a 20% permanent buff to the attack is really, really good. Again, you ain't going to struggle offensively, but he's outclassed both offensively and defensively after the first, maybe even the second rotation of this guy, so first and third rotation of the battle, really. So when it comes round to popping an active skill around turn 4 or 5, he's absolutely useless. So he's a trophy unit. But let's see how he stacks up in the rest. So yeah, you have the active skill, but again, it's that's Gohan's transformation, who does basically the same thing. Your super attack again, okay, great. So you're going to be building up quite a lot of attack, and you do get some defense. And there is another. It's the conditional super attack, like the linked one, right? So ultimate combo, brilliant. So when key is 18 or more, and with an ally who's Goten, Trunks, or Gotenks. Right. So it's not as if it's just anyone from the Margin Buu saga. I mean, I get it. Greatly stack attack. Wow. Okay. And raises defense for the turn. Very nice. Allies defense by 58%, not included yourself. Wow, that's actually terrible. Okay, the fact that you greatly stack attack seems impressive, but remember, this guy who's older and just had an easy A is greatly stacks, period. And he did prior. There's a lot of other units on here which are going to greatly stack, even if it's just for the turn. I don't understand. This is going to be it's going to be very easy to skip. Hard to justify summoning on this unit. Giving allies 58% defense on the fact that you're going to be giving them 20% defense when key is 24, if you get there, which I don't think is too bad considering all the the orb changing, then yes. I mean, as I say, pound for pound at the start, offensively, he's going to be good. 17,000 attack with, does he have a 200% team? I don't know if he's got a 200%. Let's have a look. Probably, because he's in like Kamehameha and Goku family and hybrid, so he probably does have a 200%. Power of Wishes and I'm not entirely powerful. Yeah, he probably does have a 200%. So again, he's going to be fine there. So yeah. Anyway, Infighter, All in the Family, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Legendary Power, Fierce Battle, Power Bestowed by God. Okay, that's fine. These two in particular, especially All in the Family, will be one of the more common ones. Teamed up with Shocking Speed could be really nice. So obviously his best partner is going to be Ultimate Gohan Transformed, where you get 6 of those links, in particular 20%, 25%, 5%. Dude, that's 50. It's just a lot. It's 50% to defense with a little bit of key. That is huge. Seriously, if these two link together, expect their numbers to go from say like 200 to 300. Or 300 to 450, because it's going to be just as crazy. 200% for Turtle School, but I don't think he's on Turtle School. So, but anyway, he links up fairly well with a lot of these. Earthbred could be really nice, actually. Earthbred, Power of Wishes, and Bond of Parent in particular, really nice buff. Let's see, anyone else of note? These guys. So these guys are, what are they? Goku family and Goku family and sibling bonds. So again, that could be a really nice buff. It's a 170 between them. All in the Family is really, really nice. Again, that will be a huge linchpin across the Gohans for the extra viability. With his guard, with the extra defense, especially with other Ultimate Gohans, could be really good. Again, I'm seeing Earthbred, siblings, Power of Wishes could be really nice because they can have quite a top-heavy team. This guy will have his easy 8 at some point. But again, we're talking Entrusted Will, powerful comeback. Earthbred, looking really good. Let's see. Speaking more of Entrusted Will, We have Saviors. Saviors makes a play in this. So again, I did use him on the Extreme Super Battle Road for Saviors, only because I was using Super Saiyan. But I wonder if it's possible with these. And then of course, okay, this guy you can use him alongside because he's teen. He's pretty solid. He comes from the World Tournament. He can have his use after his EZA. He can. And well, there's not a great option here, is there? Ugh. Because there are a few. I mean, when it comes down to saviors, it's the Tech Ultimate Gohan. It's this Trunks, and I don't think even this guy doesn't have it. Oh, it's getting grim. And what about these? Yeah, these guys have saviors, but you don't use them. These guys, they don't. It's Earthbred. Oh, that saviors is looking real nasty. I mean, it's great that it's another one for saviors, but honestly, unless you have a certain meta set of units, yeah, you ain't really rocking that, are you? But anyway, yeah. Okay, is he farmable? Yes. So I don't see this guy. He drops in this form 50%, so you can't awaken him. So it's not as if it's guaranteed. Now, this guy, that's the awakened form. Don't have to easy A him, but you have to do it from the medals in the Baba shop. It's some sort of chocolate. I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, it's a bit of a grind. So you can do it between these two. It's not the worst. He says free to play, but he's in essence not. While he does cost no stones, he's from the World Tournament banner and he has his own EZA, so he shouldn't really be qualified there. But there are a few others to get to SA10 if you're willing to put the grind in. Hey, if you get lucky, these 50-50s, if you go for this event, it's the World Tournament Power one. And, luckily it could work out well for you. So we have two questions left. Such a summon, and how the hell do you build this guy? Let's stick with the ladder. So, how do you build? Well, you could. I don't think additionals are the way to go, really, because he has additionals built in. Yeah, okay, there's a moniker, there's a catch. Key is 18 or more, but honestly, I don't think you, as intended, you ain't going to struggle for key, period. Then there's this one, but it's against one enemy, which honestly is like 50-50 half the time. Half the Super Battle Roads or whichever stages, they do often have one enemy, whether it's the second rotation, or second fight, or the third fight. There is often one. So it's not difficult. A lot of difficult content, Cell Max, Red Zone, fight, Infinite History, Fight and Legend events, they're all one enemies at times. So again, you ain't gonna really struggle for additionals. So that would lead crits. You could have crits because his power will be phenomenal, right? Being able to stack the attack consistently, he's going to be hitting crazy. If those are crits, yeah, man, that's pretty crazy. But you could go dodge. Now, I know he's got guard, but he's been nerfed a bit, you can tell. He's got links to help him out, such as like Cold Judgment on the family. But as we've seen, Cold Judgment in any of these, along with All in the Family, and you ain't getting them both together unless it's Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? And you're going to get one or the other. So relying on outright defensive power and links, no, even with guard, because he doesn't have damage reduction, and he doesn't, as if it's not as if he stacks defense, and it's not as if his conditional super greatly stacks attack and defense. So it's not as if he can get away with it. So honestly, dodge. Seriously, maybe like a little bit of crit and full dodge. Seriously, because I don't go for additionals. It just wouldn't be the way to go. But I would say dodge is definitely the way for this unit. It gives him a bit more versatility, protects him a little bit if you try. Because he's not a slot one unit, there's just no doubt. But he might be a good complementing partner to Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? I think that's how they designed. And he's a slot one unit, so slot 2 or 3. But you're going to want dodge, probably. It seems like a reasonable support, but it remains to be seen just how much he's going to put in on. I mean, let's see, he's getting 58% here. He's going to be given 20% on top of that, which would be somewhat of a nice buff. And then you don't get anything else unless you get this. After he super attacks them all stacked together is quite nice. All right, so dodge is the way to go for this guy, basically. So the final question is, do you summon? Well, the easy answer is no, and the more difficult answer and the more in-depth answer is hell no. You, it's I can't justify summoning on this. I just can't. I personally wouldn't. Even if I was a whale, I just wouldn't. He's a trophy unit per se. He has uses, but it's to showcase and complement alongside other units, which are going to be more tactful and more versatile and more sought after. This unit will not be sought after, and the banner will be. They will slap Beast Gohan, right? Physical LR and Rage Gohan is going to be on there. They're going to slap Power Awakened Orange Piccolo. They're going to do all sorts of this. They're going to put 200% LRs on there, and you're going to be tempted. But with the amount of stones we've been getting quite a lot recently, with the fact that we have the 9th anniversary coming up, and potentially 6 months later, the tenth anniversary, because we are now synced on terms of updates and events with JP. It's not as if Japan has an edge anymore, and it's not as if we know what's coming up anymore. So summoning on this when there are far better alternatives and far better value banners coming up in July for us, and then again potentially again for the 10th anniversary in January February, which is entirely possible. You do not summon on this because seriously, you can probably predict the banner from this. Like you're gonna have LR Physical Gohan, and then you're gonna have I don't know, Entrusted Will Trunks. This guy might actually make a return, but he is ass. This unit sucks. Who else are you gonna get? Like you're gonna get. What's it? You're gonna get Fat Boo. SDR Fat Boo might be on there. Are you gonna get? I'm just chatting of other Margin Buu Saga units. You could say, I bet you this guy's going to be on here somewhere because he's like a Gohan, right? Who else? Oh, do you know who else will be on here? These Ultimate Gohans, these three. They're going to be on there. Good luck summoning for him. He could be on there. It's going to be full of Ultimate Gohans. It's going to be full of a random LR in there or some other Margin Buu related units, which won't be very good. It will be. Or it'll be so jam packed with the latest LRs that they'll try and tease you. Now, again, unless they're discounted, then yeah, sure, maybe go for it if it's, because if it is discounted, then for like 30 stones, someone's going to pull this unit or even two. So, hey, good for you. But no, hard skip, seriously, hard skip. It's not an impressive unit. There's a few downfalls to this. It seems easy to use, seems fun, seems powerful, but only powerful offensively. But anyway, that's it for this video. It looks like it will release tomorrow, which is going to be really good, assuming I get this on time. It is May 13th, so there's still time yet for me to get it out. But anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching. I hate this unit, but you guys might like it. But hey, call me wrong if you must. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and bye-bye.